Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Lead Heart podcast. I am feeling amazing today. We had a lovely night in Cameron House last night. We got a voucher for a wedding, so we've actually got 2 hotel stays this month, which is really nice, just from like a year on for a wedding, getting to use all these vouchers and really just getting to kind of celebrate again. It's brilliant. But we were really lucky last night. The sun was out, we got to sit outside and have a little Prosecco Rosé, which is my absolute phase right now. We had a little rosé. We ended up having a fine dining night, which was incredible, and we had the wine pairing with it as well, which is very lush. Me and Joe never do that, but we went to town last night and it was just made me feel so giddy. I'm not hungover in the slightest. I just feel like we had such a fun time and a nice time, and the food was amazing. But it was also really nice, I was saying to Joe as well, it's really nice just not to have to make decisions. Like, we are decision machines. Like, we literally have to decide what we're doing that day, we have to decide what we're wearing, we have to decide what we're eating for breakfast, what we're eating for lunch, what we're eating for dinner, what we're watching on telly. Like, honestly, I get decision fatigue. Like, sometimes Joe asks me stuff and I'm just like so numb. I'm like, I don't know. I honestly have no response for you right now. So it's just nice to go and get a set menu and you're just going to have whatever they give you. Like, you don't have any say in it. It's brilliant. I love it. So yeah, we had a fantastic time, and then this morning we got up and went for breakfast. And it was funny because this is what I was going to chat to you guys about today, is about Instagram and what you're really kind of filling your head with. Because I looked over and I seen Joe's kind of discovery page on his Instagram, and I was like laughing. I was like, it is full of hunky men, like proper muscly men, 6-packs, like lifting really heavy or doing CrossFit. It's full of like cars and like motivational serious speakers and business. It's just boy, it is just Joe on a Discovery Channel. And I was laughing, and he's like, well, I guess it's so much better than it being all bums and boobs and girls in bikinis. And I was like, that is very true. That is so true. And I was not offended that I'm looking at men, absolutely not. But I just thought, that is him, which is really cool. And then you look at mine, and mine is so silly. Like, I think I'm quite a silly person. I do not want to take myself too seriously in life, and I'm learning to love that side of me, because sometimes I feel like I should be really serious and responsible and mature, but I'm just like, I'm so silly. And you know what, my mum's silly as well, and my dad's a dafty, so it's fine, they've made it out in life. But mine's is silly. But it's full of like makeup, it's full of dog videos, funny kid videos. It's full of nail stuff, because recently I was looking at like how to paint my nails by myself and like little designs I could do. So I've got loads of nail stuff just now, which is actually starting to annoy me a little bit. But mine's is just so me and silly and fun. And I feel like for a long time I wanted my Instagram to be a fun place to be. And actually Joe was away a couple of weeks ago and I was by myself, and I normally love when he goes away because I get the telly to myself and I can watch all my sci-fi, I can watch my Guardian of the Galaxy, I can watch like The Witcher, I can watch Game of Thrones. Like, Joe does not like any of that. And I'll watch whatever, so we watch whatever when we're together, but when he's away I'm like, yes, and Netflix, and I'll binge. But he's away and I was like, I've got nothing I want to watch. And I felt a wee bit guilty. I was like, God, I've just spent the full night on my phone and it's kind of bedtime. But I was like, I had a great time. Like my phone makes me literally cry with laughing sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like proper like double chin, like that meme that you see where it's like, he, the frog. That is me, like tears coming down my eyes, giggling at my Instagram. It's my proper entertainment space. And I said, I'd rather spend my night doing that than me watching shit on telly that I don't actually really want to watch. And I know some of us tend to do what we call a doom scrolling, where we end up in a dark place on Instagram, on pages that make us feel awful. And I'm here today to be like, bringing back awareness of that. How can we turn your Instagram into something like me, that sometimes I go on mine and it's got motivational quotes and inspiring people on it, and then silly dogs and videos, and I come away from it like, yes, I've got this. But it not used to be like that. And that's why I think it's time for us to just refresh it. We all know it's the highlight reel. You say it to your friends, you say it to your family, like you say it to your kids, you're like, Instagram's a highlight reel. Yes, I know you know it, but are you doing it? because it can just be so easy for us just to kind of do the same things over and over and not realise that it's making us feel crap until we bring awareness. It's almost like you step away from everything and you watch your life and you realise like what's not serving you anymore. That's what we're going to do, because you're on this app like me probably every day for a little bit longer than we need to. We all do it, and some days can be worse than others. So it's time for us just to shake it up a wee bit and bring back awareness. And this is what I say about everything. Bringing back awareness to anything is so powerful. I remember recently actually, that was wanting to lose some weight. So we were like, okay, well, we need to bring back awareness of what you're doing daily to help you lose weight. So let's start tracking your food and looking into what you're eating. Straight away the first week, she's like, Leanne, I have been eating so much food. She's like, I've just noticed that me and my partner for years, since having the kids and since moving in together, when we're making dinner, we eat a pack of biscuits between us. And I was like, yeah, okay. She's like, I've not noticed we've done that. That's not normal behaviour. She's like, that has just happened one day because I have been so hungry and I've bought biscuits and I've just been eating them while I'm waiting to cook. When you're hungry, guys, it does not mean you need to eat right now. It means you are ready to eat and you can survive cooking, then eat your dinner. You don't need to have a half packet of biscuits. And it's not to say that's wrong, but it's maybe 250, 300 calories she's having while she's just about to eat more calories. She does not eat that food. If your goal is fat loss, you do not need the biscuits before our dinner. So a simple thing, we took that away. If we did not track and bring back awareness, she wouldn't have noticed that. So maybe right now you're feeling a bit flat and a bit low and not good enough and you're like, I don't know why I feel like this. It might be your Instagram, okay? So that's why I felt the responsibility to do this podcast today and talk to you all about it and bring back awareness, but also for you to start taking accountability and responsibility to start realising what are you actually filling your head with. What is actually happening behind the scenes of that photo or behind the scenes of that video. What is actually going on, rather than just looking at that picture and going, oh God, they're doing amazing and I'm doing terrible, because we are just seeing that snippet. And listen, I do social media because for my business and for us, but I struggle, like, it's a full-time job. It's literally like you're trying to post every week, but you're trying to post stuff that's real and honest, but you're also trying to post stuff that's interesting, but you're also trying to get engagement and you're also trying to get people to see your stuff. It's really, really tough, and a lot of people will only see the stuff that goes viral. You will only see the stuff that is trends, and a lot of that stuff is not the stuff that makes you feel good. Like things that trends is like Mrs. Hinch. I love Mrs. Hinch to bits, but her seeing her house so clean makes me feel crap because my house is not that clean and I don't have the time to get a toothbrush out, an electric toothbrush, and clean my washing machine. I don't have the time, and every time I open my washing machine, like little liquid drawer, it's sticky as hell and it's so disgusting, and I just close it. I don't have time to clean that. So every time I see her cleaning that, it stresses me out. And I noticed it more in lockdown. I was like, I need to watch less of this because it's making me feel I need to clean and it's making me want to clean. And at the end of the day, I'm watching her clean rather than cleaning my house. So it can just be something that can really start to trigger us and make us feel a certain way without really kind of realising. And it's the same, like, even for me, like, I noticed way back in the day, when I first started my business, I was following a lot of other people who were starting their businesses too, or people who were 10 years ahead of me, or 5 years ahead of me, and I'd be seeing all their content, and I'd be like, oh my God, their stuff is so good, like, their camera is so good, and they've got 6-pack abs, and they've got massive muscles, and they're beautiful, and they're posting every day, and oh God, like, I was going to write about that, but they've wrote about that, so now I can't write about that because then it looks like I've copied them, but I've not copied them because I was going to write about that. That was what's going on in my head all the time. So if you're a small business owner and you're watching people do stuff, like, you're constantly never feeling good enough. So it's really, really important to be careful who you're following and how it makes you feel. So for me, it's always been really important to follow real, normal people as much as I can. Of course, I've got a random celebrity in there, like Mel Robbins and Matthew McConaughey, and who else do I follow? It's like a celebrity, like Kevin Hart. Like, of course I've got loads of like random silly people in there, but on the whole, the stuff I see, I want it to make me feel good, and I know myself when it's not. And all you need to do is like click at the top, this is not interest to me, or click at the top, block things like this. It is so easy, and once you start doing that, you'll get less of that information. Or what you can do is start going into like, right, what do I want to see more of that makes me feel good? Like maybe I want to see more recipe ideas. Start type in recipes into MyFitnessPal, into Instagram, and you'll start getting like really cool Instagram pages. One that our members love right now is Hayley's World. The girls rave about her recipes, and we share them in the group all the time. But since I've started following her, I've had loads of meal ideas, or you could look into like maybe like following Mel Robbins. If you want to follow someone who's quite inspiring but quite real and really honest and makes you feel like a normal human, we're all just out here trying to do our best and trying to get fitter and to get healthier and to be good at work and to be a good mum. Like, who are we following? And the same for like our mums out there. If we're doom scrolling at night and we're following pages of people who have got their hair perfect, they've got their nails done, they've got their makeup on, and they've got 5 kids, you're just like, there's more going on behind the scenes than we can really realise there. Like, who has the time to be looking that glam as a mum? I do not know, and all for it. If people can, amazing, and I'm so happy for them. But for me, I struggle to wash my hair right now, never mind having kids in the mix. So if we're doom scrolling and comparing ourselves to these people that aren't even real, oh my god, it makes us feel awful. But if we're scrolling and we're seeing other mums with, like, even me, like, I'm laughing on my Instagram because I've seen a mum today actually that shared a video of her on the toilet, and the kids just slamming the toilet seat against her back, and she starts singing a song, and it made me crease up. It was hilarious. Watching stuff like that would make you go, oh my god, that is my kid, like, that is me. I am normal. I cannot go to the toilet alone, compared to like these perfect celebrities or just people that have got trend videos and they've got loads of followers and loads of likes, and you're seeing all of that stuff because you're engaged in that stuff, then you get more of that stuff. All these people being real out here and being honest, they actually don't get as much engagement, and they don't get as much likes, they don't get as much follows, and that's why it's hard to see the real shit compared to all the fake shit up here. And like I said, the fake shit's good a little bit. It is nice to see beautiful pictures of Italy with no clouds. It's gorgeous, it's lovely. Yeah, it's nice to see a bit of that and fantasize a little bit about it, but just to see that and then you turn up and it's completely different, that just shows you how different one snap photo is to the real life. Okay, so please take the opportunity today, after you listen to this, okay, is to take the responsibility of what you're watching and start asking yourself what is happening behind the scenes. For you guys who are maybe dieting or who are maybe doing little fitness trends on TikTok right now or on Instagram, because it's just so wild and it's everywhere right now, is there's loads of videos at home and they look so easy to do that it gives you that hope of like, oh god, that girl looks amazing and that's all she's doing, maybe I'll look like that if I do it. You do that workout and you repeat it and you do it for 6 weeks and you don't look like that girl. You don't blame that video. You don't blame that one video or that little thing that you've seen on TikTok or the trends that you've seen. You don't blame that for the fault. You blame yourself. Okay, so these things we're trying to do on Instagram or on TikTok because we think we're going to get a result. When we don't get that result, we're blaming ourselves. We think there's something wrong with us. That's what our psychology does. We take responsibility for it when we shouldn't be. It's because that video, we didn't take responsibility and ask, what is that girl been doing that exercise? Is that how she got the results? Or have they just hired someone who weightlifts and who is an ex-gymnast and who has massive glutes and really toned arms to do some sexy exercises against the wall? Because that's what goes viral. People love that. Guys love that. So it goes viral. Everybody's watching it for their ass, not actually for the workouts. But us women see it and go, oh god, can I look like her by doing those exercises? We do it for a few weeks, we see no results, so we feel like a failure. Our confidence goes lower. We feel like we're never going to change. And then that stops you from actually making any substantial real change because you don't have belief in yourself because you tried that stupid video online that wasn't actually real. Okay, so take the time to pause and ask, what the hell is that girl actually doing behind the scenes? It's not that workout or that exercise that's got her that result. And sometimes it can be stuff people have done for 20 years, of course. Yeah, they've got a result from doing it for 20 years, but not for 6 weeks. If there's anything you ever see online as well that's too good to be true, it's probably the case. But if you ever are unsure, send it to me. Send me what bizarre, weird shit you see online, even if it's like business related stuff or child related stuff or parenting related stuff or fitness related stuff. Send it over to me and we'll start analysing these things and looking at actually what is going on behind the scenes, okay? So yeah, take this opportunity. You can never do it enough. Do a little social media detox, and what I mean by that is go through your Instagram and start deleting what does not make you feel good. Let's make that doom scroll become a fun scroll where you do get something from it and you do come away inspired to exercise, to feel good and boss it. Okay, and start unfollowing people even if you like them, because I love loads of coaches out there, but I just can't follow them all because it doesn't make me feel good. So I'm selfish that way, but I am taking care and responsibility for myself. So even if it's your friend, just keep following them, but you just click a button and it just lets you see less of the stuff they share. And then you don't see their stories and you don't see their posts, but they're still friends until you're in a better place mentally to let that consume their information again. Okay, even if it's me, even if you're sick of me and you're sick of my shit, just unfollow me for a little while, take a little break, and then you can kind of come back to it. Okay, let me know how you get on. I want to hear from you guys as always. Like we said, we want this podcast to be actionable and to do stuff that actually really does help you. And again, it's not all the sexy stuff I'm doing that sells, and it's not all the sexy stuff I'm doing that goes viral and that it's trends. It's the real shit you guys need to hear and you guys need to work on, okay? I hope you have an incredible week. I am actually heading off to hot yoga. I've got 15 minutes to leave the house. I'm going to get a quick protein bar, get some water, and I'm going to go there. And what my mood right now is fucking great. My mood after this hot yoga is going to be even better. Proper setting myself up for the weekend. I'm on a high. Right, have an amazing week and I'll speak to you all very soon.